stage, Mike Zakarian.
Oh, let's go. Oh my God. It said my mic was muted for a second. I was like, what's happening? But we're back, baby. A little happy hour action. Wow. Can you hear it? There's a little raspiness in my voice. I think this is the first time I've talked since the morning show this morning. It's good to be back. What do we got here? We got Jump Shooty Sneeps is up in here. We've got Homies in the house. We got Way Ya Dad. We got Snoopaloop here, who is done with his meeting on National No Bra Day. We're going to fire up some Underdog. That's what we're going to do. We're going to be doing we're going to start with some double dribbles. We'll see how quickly that's going. Maybe we'll dive into a couple of battle royales for some foosball this weekend. Let's fire that up right now. So I'm going to go over to Underdog. Use promo code HOLD for a 100% deposit bonus match up to $500. All right, let's get into this bad boy. So we're going to scroll right on over to the double dribble. Also, hey, it's the Friday happy hour. We're waiting for 11 people. This is going to take a while. But so we are wait, what is that? I got a little buzz. Okay. All right. Let's see what we got here. We've got the flower record. Flower record from Grim Brewing, not a sponsorship, but should be. Bobby Stabs in the chat saying Strother greater than Christian Brown. Here's the thing, man. I am going to be taking some shots on Strother for the next 2 weeks here before the draft starts. I do like Christian Brown too, but I just think they're both going to be, maybe for fantasy purposes, maybe it's Christian Brown. This thing is filling up fast, down to 4. Hey, real quick, your boy was in the New York Times. We're in the fucking Times, kid. They did a piece on Ellie the elephant, the best mascot of all time. Oh, I'm not sharing that screen. Hold on. The best mascot of all time over there with the New York Liberty. So here we go. I want to show you this real quick. And if you there's a link. I'll put a link in the chat if you bitches want to read it. But here we go, baby. Here we go. Look at this. Mike Zakarian. I think they meant to say 6'8", not 38. Who hosts Team Hold? Is that linked? Yes, it is. Oh, you didn't see it, but that is linked to our page. We've got no new subs since then. A comedic sports video series on YouTube said that the way Ellie walks is almost more eye-catching than her dancing. She stomps around like something is about to happen, he said. It draws your attention. All the attention he has paid to Ellie, though, has not helped Mike Zakarian Mr. Zakarian identify the person inside the mascot's costume, and he is not alone. It does feel like I am too into the sex appeal of it all, right? I've had so many conversations like, is Ellie a man? Is Ellie a woman? Is Ellie in their 30s or in their 20s, said Mr. Zakarian, who lives in Queens, doxed. Is there a world in which Ellie was a running back in college or maybe a Division I cheerleader? So there we go. I need a podcast, a serialized breakdown. The one thing I want to make sure that was the end of it for me for what I was quoted in. The one thing that I'm a little annoyed about here is I went out of my way to say that Ellie was thick. And they didn't include that. And I wanted that in there. I wanted to get my furry on, if you will. I have a 7th pick in Dynasty rookie draft. Any suggestions? For NBA, I'm assuming that so Wemby, Scoot, the 2 Thompson bros are off the board. I'd look at Bilal Coulibaly. If there you go. Bobby says, do you know if Ellie is Anthony or Jessica? I used to work for the Cyclones, and they did mascots for them and worked for the Liberty back in the day. Ooh, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know anything about them. They knew that I was a basketball and a mascot aficionado. For those that don't know, I was the first ever mascot at Emmanuel College. I put on that St. Bernard costume. It was the first one ever. And I just happened to be the one working in the student activities office, and they threw me in there. So that's the life I lead. That is the life I lead. There was something else. There was one other thing I wanted to share, you guys. We had a really good joke from our man Top Shot Tony, who no relation, but there was a tweet that came out from Men's Health Mag, said, my penis is tiny and I can't last more than 10 seconds with him holding a little baby cucumber. And I do love baby cucumbers. They're crisp. You chop them up, put them in a little gin and soda, if you will. Anyways, Tony tweeted out, really good piece here by Poker Pro Eric. Thanks for sharing, friend. So there you go. I'll give you a link to that one as well if you guys just want to go spam Poker Pro Eric. We love that. We love that. All right, let's go. We're waiting for 3 more. Let's fire these up. Real quick, too, I'll show you. So now I'm up to maybe we jump into Battle Royale here in a second. We're up to 80. Oh, no, no, hold on. Let's go back here. Completed. Let's go back. There we go. I think we finished 85. Yeah, 85 double dribbles, which, is probably too many. And real quick, we're just going to see some exposure. And Mark Williams now has, this is including 84, so not the most recent, but I did draft Mark Williams in that one. Mark Williams is now up to 33%. We have so many Mark Williams lineups. We got a lot of Keontae George here at 32%, Jamal Murray at 28, Zion at 27, Jeremy Beware the Sohan at 26, AD at 25, Wendell Carter Jr. 23, Kawhi at 22%, Maxey. I've been getting a lot of Maxey lately. Shade Sharp, J-Dub, Bogdan. All right, I think we filled. Let's go to active. Yes, baby. Let's see. I've been drafting out of the 8 to 10 hole like every effing draft. And once again, we're drafting out of the 10. It is so frustrating. Maddie with a great question. Is that cucumber supposed to be small? I think so, Maddie. I think it is. Hold on. Let me move that there. I want to move those comments. All right. Let me go back over here. No exposing yourself, Mike. No promises. Snoopaloop says I had to be a mascot at an internship for a Brewers minor league team and had to go to the Brewers game one day. It was kids' day and my suit had a tail on it. Almost got pulled off. It is a little traumatizing. I actually, I mean, listen, I don't want to get into mascot culture here, but I do think, I think you assume it is easier than it actually is, right? You're like, dude, I'm putting on a costume. How hard can it be? And it is a little intimidating. It can be intimidating. All right, let me catch up. Garen said this is my 16th draft, starting to run low on funds as I'm getting my ass handed to me in Battle Royale. Battle Royale has been tough. Did I miss these streams or did you lie? What are you talking about, Jump Shoot? I'm not. Oh, I haven't streamed every single one. Is that what you're asking? All right, anyways, let's see who's in here. We got Brackenridge. I know Brackenridge has joined the show a couple of times. We got Brackenridge. I don't know Luke. Actually, Jeb Bush in the 4-hole. Garen right behind him. We got Way Your Dad at 7 spot. And then we got Billy Pilgrim, Manship, myself, Gator, and Eric P. All right, Eric P. Jokic off the board. I barely have any Jokic. Oh, he has had conversations with multiple. Oh, yeah. I have. I've talked about Ellie multiple times, man. Do you have any Porter Jr.? Michael? I do have some Michael. You know what? Not only do I have some Porter Jr., I have a video that we might have to delete after this showing of it because we hate Kevin Porter.
We're the Porters. We share the crowd of up and down performers, throwing things in buzzer beater corners. And one of us is playing for the Warriors. We're juniors and we're the Porters.
Love it. Love a little drop. Too bad that dude sucks now, huh? Piece of trash. But I do have quite a bit of Michael Porter Jr. Maybe some would say too much. Some would say too much Porter Jr. So nothing freaky here. We go Jokic, Giannis, Luka, Tatum, Embiid. This is where it gets frisky. I assume people just go SGA and then Ant-Man here. Kevin Durant out of the 6th spot. What is going on? I think I have 2 Kevin Porters. I think I have 2, and that's it. Wow. What your dad with a gift of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in the 7th pick. Man. This does feel like I'm getting another Anthony Davis. Oh, no, Anthony Davis off the board. AD's been creeping up here. Jeff says video montage game. Oh, we got more of that coming, Jeff. All right, Todd, shut up, John. I see you. Wow, AD Sabonis. Man, this might be my first share of Anthony Edwards. Oh. Man, I already hate this draft. Are people getting smarter here? We're getting Anthony Edwards at the 10 spot. We don't like it. Top tier drop, bottom tier human. There we go. I like that. Not that I don't like Ant-Man. I like Anthony Edwards quite a bit. I'm going to be rooting for him hard this season. I just, fantasy-wise, makes me a little bit nervous taking him as your first overall pick. And now we get Gator back on the clock, and I got to hope that Siakam's there. Otherwise, I think we take LaMelo. There we go. Jeb circling a W there in the chat. Fucking Siakam's off the board. I really hate starting guard. I think this is tough. All right, let me take LaMelo. We're gonna take LaMelo. Mike, with you being firmly against domestic violence, it could really hinder you. You're too popular. Yeah, you think I have to go the other way? I mean, especially now that I've demonetized, right? Bobby says drafted from the 8th spot. Save your takes till after the pick so I don't snipe you. There you go, Bobby. Bobby, was it you that just took Siakam then? No, but you did. You're Billy Pilgrim. All right. Yeah, the Siakam one was tough. I could have used Siakam there. Good to know, though. Good to know. Oh, yeah, regular season. Yeah, we can do a regular season Randall's now that Julius Randle got drafted. Yeah, you're going to keep me on my toes today for drops. Hold on. Let me see where we're at. There it is.
A regular season Randall.
All right, somebody just asked, who was it? Jeb, did you ask my exposure about LaMelo? No, I don't think I have that much, but I think every time I've drafted on stream, I've taken LaMelo. So hold on. Let's see. We completed exposure. I do think that was probably my first or second Anthony Edwards, though. Let's see. So let's look at just look at my guards in general. No, so all right, I've taken way more like Keontae, Jamal Murray, Tyrese Maxey, Shaden Sharp, J-Dub, all over 20%. Then it went Cade, Bogdan, Giddey, Devin Vassell, Christian Brown, Scoot Henderson, Matherin, SGA, Melton, Conley, Reeves. Yeah, I don't have too much of them. Steph, Cam, Almond Thompson, Derek White, Jalen Green. Yeah, I've got the same amount of LaMelo Ball as Ben Simmons. So 10% right there, although that'll go up a little bit with this draft here. As promised, more mid-video. Yeah, we'll have more. We'll have more. If I can stay on top of it, we'll have more. I feel a little rusty today. Normally this is the last thing I have to do for the day, but I'm being a human being tonight and going out to see Jon Stewart and John Mulaney do a little show together. White Dad asking about John Morant. Yeah, I do have some John Morant. Is Trey still on the board? Okay, this is nuts. This is nuts. I have been trying to reach for De'Aaron Fox a little bit lately. I like that turn, but Trey with an ADP of 13 going double that with 26. So let's see. Luke gets to start with Giannis, LeBron, and Trey. The Giannis start is tough. I mean, obviously Giannis is an incredible fantasy pick. It's more of the second pick. The second round is tough. You get stuck with a lot of like LeBron, which is a weird spot to be in. There you go. There you go. Yeah, I talk too fast. You can't put me at 1.5. Jeb said someone sniped Mikal. You guys have talked me into taking a little bit more Mikal only because I just hate that spot. And then Zion, Jeb takes Zion. There you go. Even though Jeb thinks Zion's only going to, wow, Jeb started with 3 wings, Tatum, Brown, and Zion. Bold move, Cotton. All right, I'm not going to say who I'm going to take because Manship and Billy Pilgrim out here sniping. Never Brunson over Trey. I like Jalen Brunson, the basketball player. I'm nervous about Jalen Brunson, the fantasy basketball player. It's just, I don't know. All right, let's see. Jimmy Butler, then Scotty Barnes. All right, I think we're going to take Paul George here. I think we're going to take Paul George. Paul George, then hopefully somebody else is waiting for me here on this next turn. I don't really love the amount of Clipper wangs that I have this season, but what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? JB can lift some weights though. Are you guys talking about the photoshopped photo of him looking jacked that was going around the internet? Is that what that's a reference to? Is Vlatko Konkar? Poor Vlatko. Yeah, all the wings are getting taken. Oh yeah, sorry guys. I'm sorry. I meant to go back to the draft board. We'll wait till this next one. So yeah, and then so Kawhi and Ingram both off the board here. And because I started guard, I don't really want any of. I don't really want a lot of DeMar DeRozan, but I'm gonna take Kyle. Yeah, I'm gonna take Kyle Kuzma. I don't have a lot of Kuzma either. I just don't love the upside of DeRozan this season. I don't know. Maybe that's I don't know. Maybe that's a leak in my game. What are you guys doing with DeMar DeRozan? He just makes me nervous. Like there could be a step back. It could be a step back season. I feel like depending on how the Bulls start off, right? There's a real possibility that he gets traded. Top Shot. I did not buy a pack off the marketplace. I did not get one. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. I needed to get a wing. So if I got a wing in the first or second round and didn't start guard, I probably would have slowed down there. I also think there's a case. So right after Kuzma goes to DeRozan, I think there would have been a case because the next available wing is Franz Wagner. You could talk me into Wagner over Kuz. I do like this range of guards that just got scooped. Jamal Murray, Jordan Poole, Cade Cunningham's coming up soon. I think this is like good value for guards. I think that's why it's important to be focusing on getting an elite big or a wing in those first 2 rounds because, I mean, like Kyrie went 29th. I mean, I get there is definitely a drop off between Trey and then the next round, but how deep is that drop off? You know, going to Kyrie. So like Skurs, look at Skurs' squad, man. Embiid, Bridges, Kyrie, Cade. That's why you start big wing or wing big wang, right? But that's why you start that way because you can fill in those guards pretty nicely. Now you have an elite big. Garen doesn't have to worry about taking a big again for a while. I mean, I guess you'd probably want one of these guards in a second wing, but at least you know Bridges is going to play all them games. Did I miss any other drops too? Should I have done a drop? Zach, there's Zach, man. No LeBron. The Cavs lover, Zach. Mobley's off the board, though, Zach. There you go. All right, there you go, Sneep. Sneep's keeping us posted with what's going on in the Team Hold Gaming world. All right, so this is the last pick of round Quattro. Is that right? Eric P, dude. Eric P went Steph, Booker, Harden, Şengün. I do like Şengün, but 3 guards. Eric, you brave. But he's a black badge. He's got the badge up there, so who knows? Who knows? Curious to see. Oh, yeah, somebody was asking me about Ja. I do have some Ja. It all depends on roster construction if I'm taking Ja. So I have 6 shares of Ja so far. And it depends, right? If I start guard heavy, like this is a lineup I wouldn't mind taking a shot on Ja because I'm not reliant on him, right? And so there he goes. He just went to Brackenridge right here. But Brackenridge already has Fox and Brunson, right? So now he's like, his guard's taken care of. He's not worried about not scoring. However, when Ja does come back 25 games into it, he's now getting like a first round or like a late first, early second round pick in the 40s or almost 50s. The one thing though, he like Brackenridge is only got one wing right now in Franz Wagner, so he's going to have to hit some gold later. White Dad says I have 16 of Ja, and when I did the math, I absolutely hated it. Yeah, I mean, again, I think it's all about roster construction with Scoop and Ja. Jeb goes Maxey, and then Garen's on the board. He takes DeJounte. I don't have a lot of DeJounte. I really don't have a lot of DeJounte or Trey. You think 25 games are not a lot, but it's about, yeah, no, but right. But if those guards that you have already, right, if Fox and Brunson those are 2 solid guards that are going to carry the load for you until he gets there. And it's not like it's a cumulative thing. All of a sudden he shows up and has some spikes for you. That's solid, you know? All right, let's see. We almost on the clock here. Jeremy Grant off the board. Sorry, I'm going to go back to my picks over here for a second to see what we're looking at. Wow, 8 and going 55 to what you dad. Wow, Chet Holmgren, Billy Pilgrim, what the fuck, bro? So you got AD and Chet, so you better not be drafting another big. I'm going to take Kristaps the Zanger. We're going to take poor Zangus right there. So our start right now, we got Ant-Man, LaMelo, Paul George, the Coos, and then the Zanger. But the bigs, this is a big run here. Yeah, there we go, Jeff. It's weeks 1 through 8, right? I mean, unless DraftKings counts it differently. I don't know if you're drafting over on DraftKings more, will you, Dad? But all right, let's see. Almost back on the clock here. After Porzingis, we went Beal, Gordon. Yeah. I mean, that's a great. I mean, AD and Chet, you don't have to do it. I mean, the only I guess you're just nervous that those bitches get hurt, but I'm going to take Jabari Smith Jr. here. I do think I have a lot of Jabari already, but I'm buying the Jabari hype this off season, and I just searched hype. Jesus. So Jabari, that I have 11% of Jabari before I picked that one. This will be my 11th share of him, so that'll go up a little bit. But I like Jabari a lot. Let me go back to the draft board here. And Scoot too. This is a good pick by Gator. Scoot, people were like, dude, point guards, rookie point guards seem to struggle. And I'm like, yeah, man, the Blazers are going to struggle, but Scoot had no problem dropping 22, 4, and 4 last night. The only concern I have is PG's health. Yeah, no, me too. Me too. I just had no other options really in that spot. Yeah, that would have been cool, right? If Jabari Smith just type 5 and he shows up. All right, did I miss it? We're going to try to continue to fire out these videos. Did I miss any other ones here? No, I don't think so, because most of the videos we do are for shitty players. So I'll be ready, though. I'll be ready. Hold on, actually. Are we going to have one coming up soon? Yeah, we'll have one coming up soon. All right, I got to stay on my game. So I'm prepared. All right, Skurs takes Wiggins. I like him as one of the safer wings there. A great pick by Jeb, like Amp Simons. I don't have enough Jabbar. Overall, my exposures are pretty good at this point. That's good. Jeff, how many drafts deep are you at this point? I honestly thought I was going to be done around 75, and then we binked a couple of tournaments recently, and so now we might do as many as we can as we are approaching the 100 mark. I would like to think that I would stop at 100, but I mean, at that point, you might as well do the whole thing, right? If I'm going to do 66% of it, we might as well do 100%. All right, let's get this video queued up because it's coming. RJ Barrett from Brackenridge on the turn. There you go. That's his second wing. So he's got Vogs, and RJ. Here we go. I feel like it's going to be, oh no, it probably won't be this pick. And then Cam Johnson. So there he goes, right? So as we were saying, right, with that roster of Jokic, Fox, Brunson, Wagner, Morant, RJ, Cam, he doesn't have elite wings, but he's got wings that are going to hold him over. Here we go. All right, this is Jib's ninth. He said he thinks he's going to do 15 to 20. There you go. All right, I feel like it might be this pick. Is it going to be this pick? Are you going to do it for us, Jeb? Actually, probably not. Based on Jeb's roster, I don't think he's going to do it. Maybe Garen's going to take us home. I like that Keegan Murray pick, too, by Fantasy Wizard. I slowed down picking him because I was picking him almost every time I was in the 7th or 8th round, and I was like, okay, maybe I have too much Keegan. Like, what are your stance for those that are doing multiple? Oh, here we go, Jeb. Let's fucking rock and roll. God, that feels good. What are your stances of going overweight on guys? I know people have a lot of different takes on that. Oh my God, and we got another Porter Jr. You're damn right. You're damn right. Back-to-back videos. So let's go.
We're the Porters. We share the crowd of up and down performers, throwing things in buzzer beater corners. And one of us is playing for the Warriors. We're juniors and we're the Porters.
God, it feels good. Just blood coursing through my veins. Oh, Matty Harrison with the jokes. All right, here we go. We're back on the clock. We got George Kuzma, Jabari as our wings. We're going to take Devin Vassell here. We'll get a third guard. We're going to take Devin Vassell. We like that. Yeah, Jeff. I've been trying to get really overweight on Devin Vassell as of the last couple of weeks. I still don't have like a crazy amount, but I just feel like something he should get. He's an elite scorer. And if he could, stay healthy, I feel like he's going to cook. And then I went Brandon Miller, who I was avoiding a lot of Brandon Miller, but now with this Miles Bridges news, with Kai Jones is gone, I mean, he's going to have to play more than I thought he was going to. So I don't hate that. Rudy goes next. All right, we got to start mapping out our next pick. Mark Williams at 86. Gator, what are you doing, Gator? That's my guy. I'm going to take Tobias Harris to just give us a little bit more safety at wing here, because, again, our wings are Paul George, Kuzma, Jabari. I don't love Tobias Harris, but he's going to be out there, right? He's going to be out there. He'll get us some buckets. He'll help the floor a little bit. And Willie Dad's saying that's the only way to draft. I have 15 players at 20% or more. Wow, 15. All right, let's see what I have. I've got one. Wow, 34% is outrageous. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 dudes at 20%. All right. I'll take it. I'll take 11. Also, just, if you guys are new here, do me a favor and like the video and smash that subscribe. Get in there, do that for me, please. And check out some of our other content. Jump Shoot said, is Sohan, yeah, did Sohan come off the board yet? Did anybody take him? Or no, he's a little bit further down. Yeah, he's a little bit further down. I mean, who knows what San Antonio's actually going to do? They say a lot of things that they don't do. So who knows? But there were reports coming out that they were like, maybe they try him facilitating the offense with the second unit, or maybe even somebody was, I think it was Kawhisenberg, who was on our show last week for this, speculated that maybe he just goes out there and and starts the one, And if he does, I mean, that's a little spicy. That's a little spicy if it happens. So you know what we'll do? We'll finish. This draft is moving this is moving right along. We're almost halfway through already. What we'll do is after this, we'll jump into a couple of battle royales. We'll probably only do one basketball draft today. Because I got to go get ready for John Mulaney and Jon Stewart. Anybody doing anything fun this weekend? Anybody getting after it? Ooh, speaking of the in-season tournament, very excited to be out in Vegas for that this year. Again, excited to be in Vegas when it's not 112 degrees out. That'll be nice. And then I forget, I think I said this earlier this week, but I forget who the Raiders play, but I am going to the Raiders game that Sunday too. So basketball on Thursday, Saturday, football on Sunday. Getting after it, boys and girls. There we go. Oh, man, I missed the PJ Washington drop. Sleep at the wheel. So Brackenridge went PJ and Ben Simmons.
PJ Washington. PJ Washington. PJ Washington.
We love it. We love it. You mean this Sunday jump shoot, right? There we go, Botavine. Good. Welcome back. Just got back from watching GeoGuessr. What is that? Is that like Jeopardy for Euros? And was that offensive? Saying it like that, was that offensive? Was it? We'll never know. I know. I like Wendell Carter Jr. I'm actually pretty bummed. I'm gonna have to get a big here with this next pick. I was hoping Wendell Carter Jr. was gonna fall to me. All right, someone needs to explain to me what GeoGuessr is. There you go. Jeff, welcome, man. We've got more. All right, Buddy and Benedict off the clock here. I'll take Jakob Poeltl. Ooh, Jakob Poeltl like almost 20 picks behind ADP. So this is the squad we're looking at right now. Actually, we'll go back to this to show you. So Mike Zacks is at Ant-Man, LaMelo, Paul George, Kuz, Porzingis, Jabari, Devin Vassell, Tobias Harris, Jakob Poeltl. I actually might double-click Biggs here. Just grab Jalen Duren if he's still there. Although Gator's been a big dick so far. Oh, he takes Nurk. Yes, Nurkic. I don't know why I say it in a Scottish accent. We're going to take Jalen Duren. We're not going to take another big. So Zanger, Poeltl, Duren. We're done drafting bigs for the rest of this draft for me anyway. So I've been like leaning in hard to just trying to do 2 bigs or 3 bigs. Oh, wait. I know what this is. I feel like I've seen him on TikTok. Did you see him live? Wow, this is yeah, I've seen somebody on TikTok. Do I think Franz Wagner cooks this season? Yeah, I like Franz Wagner quite a bit. I just think, I mean, he's been taking leaps the last couple of years. He looked great. I mean, I know we talked about Dennis Schroeder quite a bit, but Franz Wagner was like their best player on Germany's FIBA World Cup team. Their GeoGuessr has a World Cup. Where is it held? Or so this is what I need to know. Is this in like your home city, home country, or are you like traveling internationally to get to it? That's insane. You go to some weird shit, Botavine, and I'm here for it. It's in Stockholm. Where are you? You're in the Netherlands, right? So you're just going to Sweden there, right? Are you in the Netherlands or did I make that up? I feel like you're in the Netherlands. Wow. You're not there. Okay. Oh, just watch it online. Yeah. Well done, Garen. Okay. I thought you were there live. We the people in the house. Let's go. We the people. Also, for those of you keeping track at home, 10,415 subscribers. We're still cooking. We're still cooking. All right, here we go. About to make the turn into the end of the 10th, into the 11th round. Making our moves. Yeah, I know. I really did. I really thought you were there live. All right, so Brackenridge on the turn goes D'Lo McDaniels. Let's look at some of our friends here. So let's look. We've got Jeb. Jeb has gone Tatum, JB, Zion, then Bam, Maxey, Simons, Hero, Jones, Collins, and Clarkson. I like that you didn't get another wing till the 9th round after taking them in the first 3. Garen with an Embiid, Bridges, Kyrie, Cade, DeJounte start, then backed it up with Wiggins and MPJ, Jared Allen, Shaden Sharp, and then Beware the Sohan. Where your dad went SGA, Laurie Markin, and Jimmy Buckets, Jordan Poole, big time DA, Ayton, OG Anunoby, CJ McCollum, Russ, Wendell Carter, and Marcus Smart. Billy Pilgrim, AD, Randall Barnes. That's a fun start. Jamal, Chet, Levine, J-Dub, Ouster Thompson, Benedict Mathurin, and I like this team a lot. And that was from the 8 spot, right? Okay, that was and then Gator had Hallie, Siakam, Kawhi, Ingram. That's a fun start too, man, because you don't have to take another wing for a while. You go Beal, Scoot, Brandon Miller, Mark Williams, Jay Ivey, Yusuf Nurkic. I like that a lot. And then Jeb goes Gafford, Caleb Martin goes to Guerin. There you go. What are you talking about, we the people? You just got here. You can't say that. You just got here. We've been drinking Grim Flower Record, India Pale Ale. 6.8% at 3:33 in the after goddamn noon. How dare you? We'll take a mental health check. We'll do a mental health break before my next pick. Let's get one in here. And this is for you. I'm sorry this didn't come with a hand job. I just don't think it's included in the airdrops. That's stylistically, that's tough to include that in an airdrop. Memories. Oh, Billy Pilgrim takes Trey Jones. All right, I'm going to look back over here. So we need guards and wangs. I do like Markelle Fultz. Yeah, we'll take Markelle Fultz. I actually don't have a lot of him, and I do like Markelle quite a bit. And then I'm not going to tell you who I want to take next. I don't want anyone to... Don't talk about it. Jeff, who was liking all of those video drops, that one had a little bit of a different energy to it, so I'm sorry if that turned you off. All right, let's see. We got to fade one more pick to get my guy. Come on. Don't do it to me, Gator. God damn it, Gator! Oh, I didn't even have a backup plan. Jarris Walker off the board. You know what? Fine. You guys want another fucking drop then? Unbelievable, Gator. Unbelievable. We're going to do some Lou Dort. You got a 5-second warning to turn the volume down. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. We the people said, who's Orlando's starting 5? So my guess is it's going to be some version of Markelle Fultz. Jalen Suggs will get first crack at it. And then it will go Franz, Paolo, and Wendell Carter Jr. Although Anthony Black is in the discussion. I know he had like a solid, couple solid highlights from last night's preseason action. So if Jalen Suggs underperforms, you could see him move in there. They still have Cole Anthony there, but I think they're pretty comfortable with Cole Anthony coming off the bench. So my guess is Suggs gets first crack at it because worst case, Suggs performs well and they keep him, or he performs well and they trade him. But Anthony Black will be in the mix as well. But I imagine they start with Suggs first. That's a solid 5, and they were one of the better defensive teams the second half of last season, and they're bringing that 5 back. Like that was their starting 5 the second half of last year. So I think they're going to be feisty, man. Especially if Paolo and Franz are taking a little bit of a leap. I think they're going to be a little feisty. Let me zoom in a little bit more so you guys can see that. Ooh, Garen gets a little Kuminga. Here we go. What else we got? Also, incredible video of Kevin Durant vibing to Kai Jones. Did you guys hear the new Kai Jones Did you see the new Kai Jones or listen to the new Kai Jones single? It actually kind of bops. We the people said, do we think Levine finally gets moved? So that's like what the rumblings are coming out of Chicago, that they're basically gonna give it the first 6 weeks and then see how they get off to a start. And if they are hanging tough in the East, maybe they just continue to fire away. And if they start off slow, you could see both DDR and Levine on different teams. Badavine doesn't like the Kuminga pick. So Garen took the Kuminga pick, but here's why I would think is because so his wings were Mikal Bridges, Wiggins, Michael Porter Jr., Sohan Martin. He's just taking some ceiling shots there because at guard he had Kyrie, Cade, DeJounte, Shade, and Sharp. So I think he was just looking for a wing lightning in a bottle. Locals are pretty excited that KD retweeted a Matt Rule video. That's good. You watched the earlier today. Yeah, I thought people called Jonathan Kuminga cum buckets. Am I wiling out? I thought that was like pretty well known. I didn't mean to disrupt the flow of the show when I did that, but Brackenridge with I like this Jaden McDaniels pick too, but then he went Oubre and Looney, Kevon Looney. So that's why I don't think you should be taking too many bigs early, because you can get guys like Naz Reid, Kevon Looney, Zubac. I mean, obviously they shouldn't be your first big, but they're still serviceable. Grant Williams, I love this pick too. Dude, Garen is just cooking with these wangs. All right, we're in the 13th round too. Moving right along. This draft's going to, especially because this took like 8 to 10 minutes to fill, right? We're cooking. There we go. Wow, you had never heard that either? That's so funny. I thought a lot of people had heard that. All right, almost on the clock here. There was some ASMR. That felt like a big gulp. Like I could hear that in my ears. All right, so I probably need a Gerd. Brogdon's off the board by Manship, huh? Billy took Schroeder. Fuck it. We're still doing it. We're still taking Keontae George. We ride or die, Keontae George, baby. I can't wait to be wrong on this. I mean, luckily it is a 154th pick. So if he doesn't do anything, it doesn't kill you, but we are all aboard the Keontae George train. Because I think even if somebody like Sexton or Clarkson gets traded, which I don't think Clarkson would get traded, but even if they don't, even if Utah stays intact, Keontae George is going to get some playing time. I don't have a lot of Patty Wills, so I'm tempted to take him. But I think I'm actually going to go down to Jalen Johnson. I've been talking about him a lot in the last couple of morning shows, and I just don't have a ton of exposure to him. And he's been starting because DeAndre Hunter hasn't been playing so far in the preseason for the Hawks. They got to replace those John Collins minutes. And I don't know. I just feel like I want a little bit of exposure to him. All right. People like the Jalen Johnson pick. There we go. Hell yeah. You wanted, sorry, JJ's off the board. My best thing about best ball is watching you old teams and seeing the value you were getting. I have tons of Schroeder when he didn't even have an ADP. I know, right? It is kind of nuts. Like there were some of the guys, like Keontae George, I was getting super late. I think like 17th, 18th round early on, and now I'm still taking him just because I don't like a lot of the guys ahead of him. I'm trying to think of some other examples of that in my high-end exposure guys. Jeremy Sohan's been rising up a little bit. Mark Williams. I mean, Mark Williams, you could get at like 130 at the beginning of this when the double dribble was announced. Now he's going before Wendell Carter Jr. We saw him go 86 today. Let's see who else that I've been drafting a lot that's been going up. Man, I had so much Nikola Jovic for a while because I thought for sure he was going to be involved in that Damian Lillard trade. Although, you know what? Maybe he turns into the Heat's guy. Who knows? Christian Brown still you can get in the last round. Derek Lively, I was getting in the last round. He's moved up a little bit. Who else? Anybody else that sticks out? I was getting a lot of rookies late. Like Jarris Walker was going late early too. Going late, early. You know what I mean? All right, back over here. We're still 18 picks away. Time Lord. What was I listening to? Was it the Bill Simmons pot? No, I think it was the Ringer NBA show. They were talking about the Time Lord possibly getting traded to Dallas, and that got me excited. That's like a perfect fit. Bobby Stabs, what's your take on stacking players from the same position? Like if I were to have gotten Jalen Johnson, Sadiq Bey. So I've got two like thoughts on it, right? I think I don't think it's like optimal, but if it's like my last two wings, right? And I'm basically saying I just need one of these guys to hit, right? Like if I'm convinced one of these guys is going to hit, it might be Jalen Johnson or it might be Sadiq Bey. One of them will hit. Then I'm fine like taking two stabs at it for Bobby Stabs. Does that make sense? Like I don't want to go. I think there's only certain scenarios that I would do it. I think that's one of them. The other one that I talked about the other day on Overzet show is like Kawhi Leonard and so you can draft Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. Both of those guys can get there when they're playing together. They can both get you 30 points a game. However, you know one of them is going to sit and the other one's going to launch, right, if that person sits. So I think you can draft both Kawhi and Paul George. I'm going to throw one more Clipper in there that I've been taking quite a bit, and it looks like Manship already took him, and that's KJ Martin. Like I think you can take one of Paul George and one of Kawhi and then go ahead and throw KJ Martin in there. Marcus Smart, baby. Isn't that our modern day Tony Allen? Or is it Chris Dunn? Is Marcus Smart too good? Mark Williams should start a pod with Mike. He should. He should. Yeah, did you see? I totally missed this. I didn't see a highlight of this at all. Dylan Brooks got fined. I think it was like $25K for slapping somebody in the nuts. Like in a preseason game. I totally missed that. I'm curious what other people's thoughts are on stacking, though. I like try not to do it, but then again, like Jeb did Jaylen Brown and Tatum, and it's like, yeah, that's technically stacking, but both of those guys are going to get there. There we go. Bottomine says, I sort of like Kawhi and Paul George as mutual insurance if you can get both of them for cheap. Yeah. I mean, Kawhi's going in the 40s right now. And so, and that was like my thesis on Zion, which I've slowed down a little bit on because Zion has become a much more popular pick. All right, I'm going to do this just because I want to play the drop. This isn't the right pick. I'm taking THT, but for our man Jeff T, let's give you... Yes, I did. Yes, I did. THT though, that's another example of the stacking thing, right? If I'm saying like one of these guards is gonna hit, now I've got Keontae and THT. I don't love to do it. I'd rather like I guess Santi Aldama would have been a fine pick. Bogdan of the Bogdanoviches would have been fine. There's a lot of different things I could have done there. Right now, I have a 6'6" I talked about him this morning. This is gonna be my last pick. I'm gonna take Koulibaly, Bilal Koulibaly. I'm going to take him because I love his upside. And I feel like there's an off, like a non-zero chance Bilal actually is starting at the beginning of the season. Jeff said it's going to be hard explaining to my wife that on the Commodore Walls. There's some more for you. That was good, Jeff. Well done. I like pairing Miles Turner with I think that was good. We talked about this a little bit too. Like Luka and Derek Lively, those like fast-paced offenses or those like rim running guys. I think those are good pairings. What are you talking about, Common Man? How many times did fucking show? This is like the 5th time I've come out here and said I've been drinking. We the people came at me. There we go. There we go. Yeah, why you did that? Yeah, we've been talking about that. That's wild. Okay, as long as you were buying beer. All right, the drafts are wrapping up here. Let's go over this quickly and then we'll do a couple of footballs. So Eric P. went Steph, Booker, Harden, Şengün, Aaron Gordon, Freddie VanVleet, Bruce Brown, Rudy Gobert, Draymond. Wow, this is too many bigs. Eric, okay, he's got Şengün, Gobert, Capella, Okongwu, Steven Adams, and Al Horford. That's 6 bigs. For fuck's sake. All right, Gator. When Halliburton, Siakam, Kawhi, Brandon Ingram. So there we go. The Kawhi, Brandon Ingram. I like that turn right there. Bradley Beal, scoot, scoot. Brandon Miller, Mark Williams. Man, this is a sex appeal team. Jaden Ivey, Yusuf Nurkic, Emmanuel Quickly, Sharish Walker, Zach Collins, Gordon Hayward, Jaden Hardy, and Hakes Jr. I had Ant-Man, LaMelo, Paul George, Kuzma, Porzingis, Jabari Smith, Devin Vassell, Tobias Harris, Jakob Poeltl, Jalen Duren, Markelle Fultz, Lou Dort Report, Keontae George, Jalen Johnson, THT, Bilal Coulibaly. Manship went Sabone Bone, Dame Time, Triple J, DDR, Big Body Johnson, Jalen Green, Claxton, Miles Bridges, manship. What the fuck's going on, bro? Does it come with the pool balls? Buddy Hield, Derek White, Christian, I got a Wood, Harrison Barnes, Malcolm Brogdon, KJ Martin, Hendricks, Quentin Grimes, Billy Pilgrim, AD, Randall, Scotty Barnes, Jamal Murray, Chet, Zach LaVine, J-Dub. I like this team. Usher Thompson, Benedict, Denny, Trey, Sadiq, Schroeder, Cora Kispelt, Kelly Olynyk, TJ McConnell, Where you dad, SGA, Laurie Markin, and Jimmy Butler. That's a fun start. Jordan Poole, dominating, OG Anunoby, McCollum, Russ, Wendell Carter, Marcus Smart, Chris Paul, Kyle Anderson, Mitch Robb, Patty Will, Big Stu, and Bags. Will MVP went KD, Donovan, Towns, Bane, Grant, Walker, Kessler, Ranger, Klay Thompson, Jonas Valanciunas, Hart, Trent Jr., Bobby Portis, Sexton, Monk, Strus, Cole Anthony, and Wisegood. Skurs, Joel Embiid, Mikal Bridges, Kyrie, Cade, DeJounte, Wiggs, Porter Jr., Jared Allen, Shaden Sharp, Sohan, Martin, Buckets, Grant Williams, Mike Conley, Dylan Brooks, and Bogdan of the Bogdanoviches. Jeb with Tatum, Brown, Zion, Bam, Maxey, Simons, Hero, Jones of the Tyuses, John Collins, Clarkson, Gafford, Trey Murphy. I like Trey Murphy that late. Zubats, Time Lord, Cam, Thomas, Christian Brown. Those are good last pick. Those last 4 rounds are good, Jeb. Fantasy Wizard went Luka Magic. Luka Magic. Are we going to do another drop? Are you kidding me? We're going to squeeze one more drop into this? Bitch. You're absolutely right.
Luka Magic.
Boom. We got another drop in there for you. So I like this start too. Luka, Paolo, Wemby, and Mobley. I don't like 2 bigs back-to-back, but whatever. Giddy, Middleton, Murray of the Keegans. Austin Reeves, Terry Rozier, Obi Toppin, Tyree Eason, Melton, Hunter, Kobe White, KCP, Cam Whitmore. I don't think Melton's getting enough love in best ball. I do like him as a late pick. Luke went Giannis, LeBron, Trey, Garland, Vucci, Holiday, Miles Turner, Din Vitti, Brooke Lopez, Boyan of those Bogdanoviches, Amen, Thompson, Rui Hashimura, Naz Reid, Norman Powell, Vando, and Paul Reed get in that mud. And Brackenridge went the Joker, Fox, Brunson, France, Ja, RJ, Scam, Johnson, PJ Washington, Ben Simmons, D'Lo, McDaniels of the Jadens, Kelly Oubre, Kevon Looney, Karis LeVert, Derek Lively, and who knows what that last pick is. That was a fun one. We did a good job. Thanks for hanging, Jeff. It was good to have you here. We're going to jump in a couple of these football ones. Yeah, I'm big on Trey Murphy, too. You know, I thought he was going to miss more time than he actually is. All right, let's, if you guys want to jump along, we're going to get into a battle royale. It's 350. I'll do 3 of these. I'll do 3 of these back to back. So this is just for the Sunday games, right? Just for the Sunday games. For those that don't know, you do a little drafty draft and then fire it up. Let's see if we picked up any new subs. We had some shorts out there. Did we get any new ones? We've lost 40. No, I'm just kidding. We're still at 15. We're still cooking, baby. Still cooking with gas. All right. Somebody put something in here. I think it was Bobby Stabs. Where is it? Okay. Bobby says, I think the nature of best ball with 10 bench spots makes stacking uncertain situations or injury-prone players optimal. Provides guardrails, I think. Yeah. I would, Bobby, this is a great point. I think that you hit that nail on the head there. They do a better job. I do think they release that information after the fact, I believe, right? They did it for football this season. Anyways, yeah, we'll do a couple of these. So I got the 5th pick. Do I recognize any of these names? No. C-Dubs. I don't recognize any of these. Look, a lot of badge bros in here. Full disclosure, I've been pretty bad at these full slate ones. I've been much better in the short slate. Yeah, the DJ Moore, Justin Fields stuff is kind of wild. Isn't the weather supposed to be really bad for this game too? I just don't know if I'd be going out of my way to get those bros. All right. I'd compare them all to either Taylor Twellman, Robin Van Persie, or Lionel Messi. Chuba, Nico, Mostert locks, in my opinion, this week. Yeah, Chuba. So, well, especially for DFS, it's a little bit different. I don't know if you need Chuba against Miami in this format. In salary format, I agree. I do think you want a lot of Chuba. This one makes me nervous. I just don't. I mean, I'll have to look. We'll see where we are. All right, we're gonna get Jamar Chase fifth, which is insane. Jamar Chase fifth is absolutely bonkers. And then we get to pick again here in a second. And I would like to take Devontae, or let's see what we got here. I still like Devontae quite a bit. AJ Brown would be fine. I'd be fine with either of the. All right, Devontae's off the board. I'd be fine with AJ Brown here. Mostert, though, does seem a little appealing here. Yeah, you know what? We'll take Raheem. Raheem the Dream, baby. Let's get Mostert in there. So we got a Mostert Chase start. I like that. In the words of Kirk Cousins, you do like that. Did you guys see the cheat sheet right there? Bang. Look at that. There you go. You're not allowed to see that, though. You're not allowed to see that. Yeah, Hawkinson's another fun one, too. Yeah, the Minnesota stuff's weird. I know Addison's probably going to be like super high owned, but yeah, I get a lot of Montgomery earlier. This is probably like my 15th one of these. But I will absolutely take Montgomery if he's still there 4 picks from now. Actually, Etienne, I like Etienne too. I'm less worried about stacking in these lately, which is probably wrong. I think I'd probably just try to get to Joe Burrow late. Wait, you don't know who Taylor Twellman is? Or dude, Botavine, you don't know who Robin Van Persie is? If you don't know who Robin Van Persie is, Botavine, I want you to look up Robin Van Persie, and then I want you to be very embarrassed, okay? Because you should absolutely know who Robin Van Persie is. Son of an artist. And I only remember that from playing FIFA, because they'd be like, Robin Van Persie, son of an artist. Okay, all right. I was going to say, if I knew Robin and you didn't, that would have been embarrassing. Netherlands own, baby. The Flying Dutchman. The Flying Dutchman. Taylor Twellman played for the New England Revolution. Wait, my pronunciation of Robin Van... What is it? Robin Van Persie? Robin Van Persie, son of an artist. That's what's his name used to say in FIFA. Come on. I don't... Yeah, but you don't live in the Netherlands. He lives in the Netherlands. He should know that. All right, we need to take a wide out here. Ridley still being on the board is kind of fun. I actually listen, I know people don't want to do this. I'm going to take Adam Thielen here. It correlates nicely with Raheem, the Dream, and they have been just peppering Adam Thielen. I know Gakpo. Dude, I was grinding the World Cup, baby. I was grinding the World Cup. I don't know soccer well enough, though. I mean, I followed Man City. I followed it pretty closely, and I followed it pretty closely in the late, like from 2008 to 2015. I followed it very closely, and then I love international play. I love international play way more than like the Premier League. I watch Champions Leagues. I watch. Wait, is Thielen? Thielen is not on. You mean Andy Dalton? Right? Thielen's not. Is Thielen on the Texans? Am I wiling out? Am I on that drug? But I get really hyped for international play. That's why I enjoy the FIBA World Cup too. I mean, I really did. I enjoyed it. Oh my God. Sergio Aguero, dude. I still remember where I was when they came back and won the league with Aguero going nuts. And the reason I became a Man City fan, which I feel like, hold on, let me just see what we got here. Let's just take Joe Burrow, get Joe Burrow off the board. But it's not my pick. The reason I became a Man City fan is my best friend, my best man in my wedding. He was my roommate in college, is Bosnian. He's from Bosnia. Came over here when he was like 12 or 13. But at that time, Edin Dzeko was on Man City. So I immediately became a huge Man City fan because we go, Dzeko, and we would always root for Bosnia. It was a really good time. All right, let's get a tight end real quick here. Let's try to go. Let's scroll down a little bit for tight end because Goddard's fine. Engram's fine. I kind of like Logan Thomas. I like taking shots on Logan Thomas. We're going to do another one of these here too. I'll jump in another one. So if anybody else wants to do one, but yeah, Jaco is great. I know you're a big Liverpool fan. Liverpool is fun right now. I get it. But this is again, I wasn't just picking them because they were the favorites. They were like a 4 to 7 fan, or 4 to, like they weren't like top tier like they are now. But that was right when Aguero got there. Yeah, I know Devonta Smith is like way down there. It's after he dropped a 1. Yeah, he's a Nurkic fan as well. But he prefers Jokic a little bit more. Jokic, I know Jokic is Serbian, but like he supports all the Eastern Europeans. We were on an intramural team together in college, and he was a pretty good shooter as well. And when he was on, actually, even when he wasn't on, I'd still yell the same thing. I'd call him Peja Stojakovic because he was a Kings fan too. So I'd call him Peja. And when he was hitting him, he thought that was cool. He liked that. But if he was, I would still yell Peja even if he was missing threes, and he used to get so pissed. It was funny. You might hit a World Cup game in KC. Never been to a soccer match before. There we go. That would be fun. No, that's okay. I like talking about it when I understand it. I still like try to tune in now. I definitely am not as locked in as I used to be. And I tried to with SORARE. I tried to get into it. I remember I bought Lewis Dunk. I won a reward too, like pretty early on. Speaking of which, I'm very excited for SORARE. We the people, are you into SORARE yet? I feel like that's you said you were waiting for cash rewards, baby. They announced cash rewards. Who's your team, Badavine? Are you Ajax? Yeah, he did win a ring with Dirk. Well, I was a big Peja fan, man. Those Kings teams were so fun. They were so fun. Ooh, Whitehead, you're from Morocco and live in Canada. Canada got World Cup 26 with U.S. and Morocco got 30 with Spain and Portugal. That's awesome. All right, looks like we're taking Chase again here. Out of the 4-hole this time. I remember when, man, I feel like I watched a documentary on Ajax recently. I think. Wait, was Ruben van Persie? Was he on Ajax too at one point before he got called up to Arsenal? The Gunners? Man, I was a big Arsenal fan too for a little while. I wasn't even an Arsenal fan. I was an Arsenal FIFA fan. That was like my first introduction. I guess I was never a fan of them though. I just really like Thierry Henry. That's why I liked yelling it. He was at a Liberty game recently. Thought about it. Ajax is we're basically blowing it up, except there's no first round pick. That is brutal. That was brutal. All right, we're gonna take Devontae Adams with our 9th pick if he comes to us. Come to us, Devontae. Just a reminder too, John and I will be live Sunday morning. So if you guys want to hang out on Sunday at 11, I think we do it from 11:30 to 12:15. We kind of go over some of his rankings and do some last minute drafts, go over his GPP and cash flow charts, which have been pretty fun. He's been smashing the last couple of weeks. All right, Devontae. So I like this start. We start with Chase Devontae. I might try to get Kenneth Walker this time and do a little game stack of not like a full game stack, just so a 2-1, right? Burrow, Chase, and Kenneth Walker, maybe. We'll see how we do. Yeah, that's true. It could be. I was reading something about that the other day. Anything else that we need to pump before we get out of here? We might wrap it with this one. I think we're just going to do 2 because it's already 4. Just a reminder, we're back. So on Monday, we got 1 full week left before the regular season. The regular season starts a week from Tuesday, which is fire. Monday through Friday next week, we'll have the NBA bit. Monday night, we'll have the 89 Cavs. Wednesday night, Shot Tank. Friday, I think Andy from CTS, from Club Top Shot, from Web3 fame, is going to come on and do the Underdog Happy Hour with us next week. And I was talking about him this morning. He absolutely smashed the 2-game slate this week. Crushed it. Oh yeah, that's true. With DeYoung. Remember DeYoung. Not to be confused with Paul DeJong from the St. Louis Cardinals. I think he's still in the Cardinals. All right, we're almost on the clock here again. I mean, we got to throw D-Mont on here. I also think like it seems like our boy Sam Laporte Potty might miss this game, and if that's the case, I think I want a little bit more Amon-Ra. I want a little bit more Amon-Ra. All right, let's see. David Montgomery off the clock here. Oops, somebody was looking in our window while we were streaming, and I made eye contact with her. It was weird. Let's see. That she's still looking. She's still looking. All right. I would love to go Amon-Ra, Kenneth Walker here. I think that's what we're going to try to do. I think we can make it happen. We're going to get a little different here. Let's slap on Amon-Ra here. They all have running backs. I think we should be able to get there, unless actually maybe not. That might have been a mistake. We probably should have taken Kenneth Walker first. Am I doing the DK Millie for NBA? I'll look at it. I haven't looked at DFS too much, to be honest. I've been so focused on SORARE and best ball. So wait, they're calling it a DK Millie and they're saying it's 200K. We honestly get to do a cease and desist on these names. Lady outside is that Mike Zakarian from the New York Times article? Yeah, probably, Maddie. A lot of people talking about the New York Times, mainstream media, Mike Zakarian. Honestly, that was fun. That was a fun thing to like tell my parents, hey, did you guys check out the Times? I was talking about a fake elephant. Check it out. All right, Kenneth Walker makes this to us. So here we go. This is our start right now. We started with Kenneth Walker, Jamar Chase, Devontae Adams, and Amon-Ra St. Brown. So now let's load up Joe Burrow here. Our backup quarterback will probably be Goff. But we'll load up Joe Burrow. I think this game sneaky shoots out too. So I like this Cincinnati-Seattle stack. Although Sam Laporte is now probable. I missed that. So there we go. Oh, let's see. Let's see what we're going to do here. 2 picks left, baby. Guys, I'm going to be honest. I haven't been to a live comedy show in a while, and I'm very excited to go see John Mulaney and Jon Stewart tonight. That feels like a fun one. One of those days. Skeets was actually in New York this week, and he was saying that he went to the Comedy Cellar and saw P.D. Davidson. I don't know why I was just thinking of other people who've seen live shows, but I'm very excited to see that. I know, right? I'm pretty excited about it. The tickets were a little expensive. It was a last minute. Kelsey actually found them, and I think it was a last minute show that they're doing. It's actually in Long Island, so we got to drive out there. It's like a half-hour drive. But I imagine they're both doing like 45 minutes or so, and like that's some of the best of the best. Bottom did you see? I feel like you told me this when it happened. Did you see anybody good when you went to the Comedy Store? Honestly, that could get me to stay on for 15 more minutes if you guys just want to talk about comedy stuff. All right, here we go. Let's get Joe Burrow in here, and then we'll just find a tight end afterwards. And we'll just I think we might just take the best available since this one is a little bit more unique. Wait, who was it? Yeah, I'm excited, dude. So I haven't seen Jon Stewart do stand-up in so long, and I know he's been doing it a little bit more lately. So I'm excited about that. Oh yeah, you had a banger lineup. Neil Brennan, Eliza Scherzinger. Those are good. Yeah, that's a banger lineup. That is a banger lineup. I think I'm going to make that a priority this year to try to get out to at least a show a month. I feel like I've been in New York for like almost a decade now. And I was so enamored by it when I first moved here that I would try to go to every single show that I could. And now that I've been here as long as I have been, we'll get George Kittle. We'll just get George Kittle. Now that I've been here as long as I have been, I feel like I take it for granted and I don't go out of my way to like go as much as I used to. And I feel like I need to make that a priority because there will come a time where I don't live in the New York City anymore. And I'll be disappointed that I didn't take advantage of that. Mark Maron was there, but he was meh. Some canceled. Wait, who was the canceled dudes? I kind of like Mark Maron though. I like Mark Maron. I'm a Mark Maron fan. Cat Williams or Kevin Hart. I mean, It is Kevin Hart. It's Kevin Hart for me. I like Cat Williams though. My friend James the Third, who is an actor, writer, comedian, does one of the best Cat Williams impersonations. Also, if you want to go out there, you want to watch like an old school, not an old school. It was on Netflix like 3 or 4 years ago. It's called The Astronomy Club. It's a sketch team that I used to know in New York. They got a Netflix deal. They did it. I think they only did one season of the show. It was very, very funny. Recommend checking that out. I saw Ali Wong with the wife. She was fun. Yeah, Ali Wong is another really good one. Ali Wong is another good one. We watched 2 stand-up specials this weekend. Joe Pera. I don't know if you guys know who Joe Pera is. He's like an alternative comic. He's like got real old man energy. Has done a bunch of stuff on Adult Swim. He's been on Seth Meyers quite a bit. He's done some stuff with Conor O'Malley, who's a crazy person, but is also very funny. Joe Pera's special came out on YouTube. That was really, really good. And then we also watched Beth Stallings' special on Netflix this past weekend, and that was really good too. So I feel like all of a sudden we're consuming comedy content again. Recommend checking both of those out. The YouTube one and Netflix. Those are both Joe Pera and Beth Stalling. Both were really good. Both were really good. Shara Wang. I don't know. Oh no, Shang Wang. Oh yeah. Is he from let me make sure that I'm not screwing that up. Is he from shit, what show was that? Oh no, I was thinking of somebody else. I do know who he is, though. He had that special Sweet and Juicy. And what about Aerosmith? What are we talking about with Aerosmith? I haven't seen Aerosmith recently. I haven't. All right, cool. We'll call it there. There we go. We got some five minutes of comedy. Hope everybody has a good weekend. Come check us out on Sunday morning with JBB. Appreciate everyone hanging out while we get some drafts in. Otherwise, we'll see you on Monday. Let's get out of here. We're out.